Well, hello again. You know, I've been pondering what I wanted to make a video about, and I finally come up with something, but I sat here and I turned this on. I didn't realize how bright blue this shirt was I had. Oh well, it's a pretty color, I think. Now, you know, this whole thing we've been going through, this stuff about that Trump being a felon now, a convicted felon, and all this malarkey. And it was the judge is political, and jury was political, and the instructions to the jury were political. I don't know. You know, I'm old enough. I was in the Navy when Johnson sent the troops into Vietnam, and that never should have been. I don't know. Congress claims they do this duty, and they don't do their duty. They claim there's a Constitution, but there's no Constitution. None of them politicians. And the problem is that two-party system. Two-party, pay-for-votes democracy. That's what it is. And the worst part is, there is an undercurrent National Socialist Party that most all the Democrats and a pretty good share of the Republicans that are in those parties believe in and go in and hail socialism, hail socialism. And that's wrong, because if that Constitution was in effect, we would have free enterprise, laissez-faire, buyer beware. See, the government, that federal government's got its nose into all the stuff that it ain't got any right to have its nose into. Now, I'm a religious man. I believe and I know that God gave me my agency to act and react in any and all situations, and I'm responsible for my own actions. I don't care what some feather-headed psychiatrist or sociologist wants to say. Down deep, I am responsible for my own actions. Now, that don't fit with a child who is too young to be accountable for their own actions. And they become accountable between the ages of 8 and 10 and 11. If you notice the age that, them Israelis, they bar mitzvah. At what age? It's either 12 or 13, I don't remember. The followers of Islam, they have a celebration about the same age for their young men, young women. Up until they get to that age, that 12, 13 years old, they're looked at as being too young to really be worth much. But when they reach that point for that age change, they become members of the society, and they are expected to behave as members of that society. Oh, they'll be given a little leniency for some indiscretions, youthful indiscretions. But other than that, no, they're supposed to be a part of society. Now, so all this stuff goes on. And I know them two parties back there, these things they do with our money, what they've done with our money, they've destroyed our economy. What they've done with our young men, sending them, and young women, sending them to war. These wars that are not declared wars, and there is really no reason for it, except they're trying to look good to them rich Europeans and Indians and the rich Chinese and such. Oh, look what we can do. We can send all these young people. Well, they're just the unwashed masses, but we can send them as cannon fodder when we want to. No, things are wrong. And I've been looking, watching, paying attention to this, this climate change stuff. And I've just about come to a pretty good conclusion that those big windmills and those huge acres of solar panels are graven images, as the Christians would say. Well, they look just like idols. And we've got all these people bowing down, praying, "Oh, you thou great windmill, thou great solar panel, gonna save us all." It's like the idolaters out of history back there when the Romans was running around and such. Anyway, I've come up with a new one. You know all that them transmission lines that they got running all that electricity around, whether in the ground or up in the air or whatever. You know, everything's electrical if you talk to these physicists. And there's this electrical exchange between the atmosphere and the earth, and an electrical change whenever the sun throws off a flare. Shoot some of them CMEs at us out of one of them sunspots or something. Well, that creates, all that stuff creates EMF, electromotive force. And that creates a magnetism, a type of magnetic effect around it. So I'm wondering, how much pollution in this climate change stuff and all this stuff, how much pollution is all that electricity sailing through them lines and stuff, putting out that magnetic effect? Because they say if you live under them big power lines, you can get cancer and all kinds of things. You walk around with that cell phone to your head all the time, them waves out, it'll eat your brain. That microwave oven, if you use it and the guards for the waves coming out is damaged, they'll kill you. See, we got all these things, all this electricity being... And I walked out this morning. It's the 3rd of June, and I was told, there's a thing on here, science, that there'd be 6 planets lined up somewhere in the air. They're on the same side of the sun as the Earth is. Well, I walked out of my place, and I don't live in that big a city. But I got out there and I looked up the sky. I could see the moon, but I couldn't see one star anywhere because of light pollution. Are all these idol worshippers scared of the dark? Is it the dark that's going to kill them? I don't know. But anyway, I couldn't help it. I had to get on this kick about this stuff. Trump gets convicted of what a lot of people are saying phony charges. But I remember there was a Whitewater scandal that involved some highfalutin Democrat guys. Oh, there was a Noriega thing too down there in Panama at one time. That might have been in Reagan's era. Let's see, that was, what was the Iran-Contra thing? Oh, just go look. There are so many crimes being committed every day with them two parties, them two mobs, with the crime bosses. I don't care who the crime bosses are. Probably some of them rich billionaires that you never hear about, or some of them corporate magnates that you never hear about. But anyway, let's think about this. Read, study, go look, think about things, just exactly what's going on. We're supposed to be a nation, we're supposed to be a country or an area, well actually it's a union of 50 independent sovereign nation states. See, we aren't one nation under God, indivisible. Never were, never will be. Too many people with differing ideas, and they're all free to do it in a republic, which we're supposed to have. But no, we don't have a republic. If we did, nobody would be getting after all these people that are doing things different than what the high mucky mucks. Oh, what does that Biden fellow want? What does that Hillary Clinton want? Oh, what does... What does those guys down there in Texas, father and son that were president, what do they want? Oh well. I've said enough, but you have a good day, and may God bless you. But think about it.